to go back to the naming point, so we have this what name, the graph CDN, which very specifically tells people what we do. Even at the beginning, it was already like a little bit limited because CDNs are generally associated with static content, and GraphQL is very dynamic, and so people didn't even realize that you could cache GraphQL in a CDN. And now we're going to be called Stellate. How did we go from Graph CDN to Stellate? Where did that name come from?
Yeah, so as many things, we took it actually quite methodically. So we didn't all get high and have that epiphany. So what we did in this case was actually work with a naming agency, a really fantastic agency called 100 Monkeys, who came up with names like Okta or Waymo. So they really did some big names out there. An SF-based agency, really awesome people. And so what they're doing, they have quite a systematic approach. They have really interesting process. Like when I saw their process, I was like, okay, they're professionals, they know what they're doing. They first have this intake process. So what they do, they work with up to, I think, 3 design partners basically from the company that they decide and like say what they want. Like they realize you cannot work with a group of 10, 20 people at the same time. There will be too many different opinions and feelings about the name. You won't be able to find a name that everyone loves. That's just not possible. And the initial reaction for quite a few renamings recently in the ecosystem not necessarily has been that positive, but now the name is like the name around, right? I remember some reactions around the renaming from Zeit to Vercel. Some people were like, oh, what is this? But now it's like the name, right? Like everyone knows what it is. Like they have a strong brand around